Back on record at 5:02 p.m. Please continue.
What's university?
What are you talking about? What do you mean university? Are you talking about like college?
No. Y-O-U-N-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. University.
What are you referring to?
Okay. I think
Like what
I've introduced Exhibit 237 LLR-WA.
238.
Oh, got it. Sorry. 238. Thank you. LLR-WA 00013 And do you see that in the email that Justin Lyon sends, about 4 lines down, below I have attached links to some videos we shot last year called university videos. Do you know what university is?
I don't recall.
Could they be training videos for IFARs?
I don't recall.
When it looks like in this email, you emailed Justin, have you received any feedback from these videos yet? Do you see that?
Yes.
Why were you following up on these videos?
I don't recall.
Do you know if these videos were ever shared with the field?
What's the field?
By field, I mean retailers.
I don't recall.
As the VP of Sales, who would you go to if you needed to find out whether any of these videos were ever shared with retailers?
I don't know.
Would you go to Justin?
I mean, he's here. I could ask him.
Is there a department that manages back office?
I don't know.
Does anyone within your organization manage back office?
I don't know.
I'm marking as Exhibit 239 LLR-WA 000-72081. So, this email in the first sentence refers to a top 100 Zoom call that happened between the top 100 sellers in LuLaRoe and home office. Do you know what this call is?
I don't recall.
Is this a recurring call that happens on a weekly basis?
No.
Were you involved in the call?
I have to read this call.
Do you remember anything about this call?
I'd have to read this whole transcript.
Okay. Have you ever deleted a recording of a call during your time at LuLaRoe?
Not that I recall.
just marked as Exhibit 240 LLR-WA 000-61604. And this appears to be a chat log from a top 100 webinar, is that right?
It appears to be.
I saw you looked back at the previous email. And if you look at that email, the subject is top 100 call. In late summer and fall of 2018, did LuLaRoe host top 100 calls?
I don't recall.
Looking at the date of this email that I've handed to you, do you recall anything from this particular call?
I'd have to read the entire transcript.
So if you look on the page ending in 61614, it's a few pages from the end in your document. We talked earlier about a comment that said, I'm marking as Exhibit 241, LLR-WA 000-24976. Is Jill Nielsen your wife?
She is.
And it looks like in this email, she may have been helping you with the holiday letter, is that right?
I'd have to read this.
Why don't you take a quick look at it?
Will you repeat the question, please?
And it looks like in this email, she may have been helping you with the holiday letter, is that right?
It appears so.
He has much time. This one's been marked already. I've handed you 2 exhibits that have been previously marked as exhibits 11 and 12.
These are the same.
Why don't you take
Oh,
Yeah, take this one.
it's a continuous message.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. Got it.
I get it now.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. It's a continuous message.
In Exhibit 12, do you know who LuLaRoe Lindsay Wheeler is?
Yes.
Who is it?
A retailer.
Okay. Is that the retailer Lindsay Wheeler?
So there's multiple Lindsay Wheelers,
Okay.
but it's a Lindsay Wheeler.
Okay. Looking at the picture that's posted in Exhibit 11, do you see the picture of the 2 checks that she's posted in this Instagram post?
Yes.
Is it against LuLaRoe's policies to post pictures of checks from LuLaRoe?
Not that I know of.
And if you look at Exhibit 12, these are likes from the same post. Is the hand... Is that your Instagram account?
Yes.
Let me put that aside. I'm handing you a document that has been previously marked as Exhibit 18. Are you aware of the launch of the Noir line in 2017?
Yes.
Do you recall any allegations that LuLaRoe was unfair in the way it distributed the Noir merchandise amongst retailers?
No.
Are you aware of any allegations from any retailer that LuLaRoe seemed to be providing certain retailers with the more saleable prints?
No.
As VP of Sales, if you were made aware of complaints about unfairness in the distribution of inventory, what would you do?
Jed, my explanation would cause for speculation. It's incomplete hypothetical.
Can you repeat the question?
As VP of Sales, if you were made aware of complaints about unfairness in the distribution of inventory, what would you do?
Are you waiting on me to answer this?
Oh yeah, it was just a form of
Oh, yeah, you
questions.
can go ahead and answer.
Oh.
So you can answer if you
Okay, you're
understand the
gonna have to
question.
repeat it again. Sorry. First time.
It's okay.
As VP of Sales, if you were made aware of complaints about unfairness in the distribution of inventory, what would you do?
Tried to remedy it.
How?
I guess it depends on the
It's
circumstance.
exactly. That to depend on the circumstance.
Which you haven't described for him.
So I want to go back to meetings. Did you attend a meeting in Salt Lake City with high-level leaders in the summer of 2017?
I may have.
Okay.
I don't recall. I mean, yeah.
Do you recall a meeting in Salt Lake City with high-level leaders during the summer of 2017 where the refund policy was discussed?
I don't recall.
What are the Yellowstone and Yosemite trusts?
I do not know.
Okay. Were you involved in creating the trusts?
No.
Are you an indirect owner of LuLaRoe?
That's an indirect objection, lacks foundation.
You can answer if you know.
I don't know.
Are you an owner of LuLaRoe?
No.
Are you aware that LLR Inc. and LuLaRoe LLC are owned by two trusts called the Yellowstone and Yosemite Trusts?
No.
It's marked. I'm introducing, sorry. I've handed you an exhibit that has been previously marked as Exhibit 58. I'm going to ask you a question that's not related to this document. Other than your salary, has LuLaRoe ever paid, transferred, or loaned you money?
No.
Have you received any payments, transfers, or loans from any of the companies on Exhibit 58 in relation to your work with LuLaRoe?
I'm going to instruct you not to answer.
I'm asking him if he's received any.
I'm not going to allow him to answer. So,
What can you please state your basis for not allowing him to answer for the record?
sure, it's an invasion of his privacy, and it's totally irrelevant to this case. So, just because you
asking-
phrased the question in terms of his job, I'm telling you that is a ruse, and I'm not going to let him answer it. So, if you want to file a motion on it, file a motion on it. I'm not going to let him answer.
What is your salary at LuLaRoe?
Objection. Don't answer.
What's your basis for?
Same thing. There's no. You don't have any right to his salary.
Aside, are you following your counsel's instruction not to answer the last two questions?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a break. I'm just going to look through my notes and see if there's anything else.
Hold the record at 5:36 p.m. Back on record at 5:41 p.m. Please continue.
Thank you for your testimony today. I don't have any further questions. John, do you have further questions?
I don't have any questions.
We're done.
Thank you.
This concludes the deposition of Kenny Brady. The number of media used was 1. Going off the record, the time is 5:41 p.m.